Hi Team Song Writers, Mr. Hagen here. Okay, today I want to show you how to use your plan and also how to use all the writing skills you already know to write your LNF book. So today I want you to watch this video and I'm going to show you some different levels of what an LNF book can look like. Also, you only need to write half your book today. So for some of you, you're only going to write 2, 3, maybe 4 pages today. You don't have to sit down and write the whole thing. Just write the pages from today, but try to do your best to really raise the level of your book. So to start, count how many pages you planned out in your plan book, and then get that number of pieces of paper and staple them together. Now I'm going to do my book portrait, but you could also do it landscape and staple it here. It's really up to you what you want your book to look like. So I'm going to just staple really close to the edge twice, maybe 3 times. And then remember, we started this. When you do this, use this whole space as page 1 because you have the backs also. So this whole thing is page 1, so you would write page 1 up here. And this whole space here is page 2, page 3, page 4, and so on. Okay, listen to this part now. All right, we're gonna use the Chili model to talk about the different levels of your book. Now, I have my plan book here just to remind you while you're writing, have your plan book out. You've already rehearsed it. I really enjoyed listening to some of your recordings and just having a look at what you planned. So match the pages up. This is page 3 of a book I'm writing about the day in the life of a fire truck. And so in my plan book, you can see that after somebody calls the station, the fire truck's gonna drive down the road to the fire. And I was gonna teach some facts about the engine, the color of fire trucks, and traffic lights. And the scene is the road, so the truck is rushing down the road. So here's the one Chili example. Here's the matching page in my book that matches my plan book. One Chili would be probably what you were writing when you were in first grade, or maybe at the end of first grade or the beginning of second grade. And if you're gonna make yours this short, that's okay, but just know that most of you have the skills to do better. So on this page, I'm saying the fire truck drives fast down the road to the fire. The driver turns on the lights and siren. And the fact I'm teaching is fire trucks have strong engines. Okay, writers, now I'm gonna show you the same page from the same book using the same plan. So here's the exact same plan, but I've changed. I'm just showing you what a 2 Chili page would look like. This would be something someone would do who really remembered what they've learned and they want to try out some of the new skills that writers use. So I'm going to read this page too, then I'm going to talk about what I used in this page that really raised the level of my writing. And when I raise the level of my writing, I make my writing more interesting and entertaining for readers. And in literary nonfiction, I'm also teaching my readers more. So here goes page 3, the 2 Chili version. Woo, woo, woo. The fire truck zooms down the road to the fire. Bright red and white lights flash on and off to warn people the truck is coming. Honk! The driver uses the horn to tell cars to move over. Fire trucks have strong engines. The engine helps the truck drive fast. Some fire trucks are red and some are bright green. This helps people to see them. So on this page, you can see that I'm using some sound words. I've got honk. I've got the sound of the siren up here. I'm trying to really bring the story to life by sharing some action. And I have the action here through some action words like zooms, also the sound words, show action. Sometimes I use all capital letters so that the reader changes their voice. And you can see that I've done that 3 times on this page. If you want to raise the level of your writing, teach more than one fact. So instead of just one fact, here I've taught 2 facts. So I'm teaching about the engines, but then I'm also teaching about the lights. And I used 2 pairs of twin sentences to explain. So here's the first one. Fire trucks have strong engines. Then this next sentence explains what that does for the truck. Here we go again. I'm teaching in pairs. Some fire trucks are red and some are bright green. This helps people to see them. The last thing you can do to raise the level of your writing is try some interesting punctuation, okay? So you can see here that I'm using some dashes. I use the 3 dots, that's called an ellipse, for a longer pause. Sometimes I'm using exclamation points. Here I use 2. Here I'm using 1 just to tell readers to change my voice. All right, I'm going to show you the 3 chili model. This would be somebody who really wants to make their book more interesting, and they also want to teach their readers more. This would be writing that I might see from somebody at the end of grade 3 or maybe in the beginning of grade 4. There's many of you that could write like this, no problem at all. You don't have to make every single page of your book like this. Maybe there's a page you really like and you really want to raise the level. So I'm going to go ahead and read this page. It's using the same plan, and then I'm going to talk about what are the moves that I used? What are some skills that were inside this page? Here we go. Woo, woo, woo. The fire truck zooms down the road to the fire like a jet plane. Bright red and white lights flash on and off, on and off, on and off to warn people the truck is coming. Honk! The driver uses the horn to tell cars to move over. The firemen inside feel nervous. They know fighting a fire is dangerous. The night air is cool and the streetlights become a blur as the truck speeds down the road. Fire trucks have strong engines. The engine helps the truck drive fast. Some fire trucks are red and some are bright green. This helps people to see them. Some fire trucks have a radio transmitter inside that turns traffic lights green so firemen can get to the fire faster. So on the 2 chili example, I only focused on action details, but here I'm sharing some setting details as well. Now, dialogue, when characters talk, didn't really fit with this page because I'm just kind of telling a story of the fire truck going down the street. Okay. If you want to raise the level of your writing, try using comparison statements. You practiced those last week. See if you can use them on a page. So here I talked about how the fire truck zooms down the road to the fire like a jet plane. Another thing you can try is add character feelings. Now, not all of you have humans in your book, but animals can have feelings too. So I'm talking here about how the firemen inside feel nervous, and then I'm using a twin sentence to explain that they feel nervous because they know fighting a fire is dangerous. Okay. So that's where I used twin sentences inside the story. But then I'm also using them for all the facts in the teaching part. Okay. A nonfiction craft move you can use is you can try to use bold words, or maybe if it fits with your story, you could do some colors. And you can see here that I wanted to draw readers' attention to the word radio transmitter, because that's something new, and then I just wanted to do something different and creative, so I just did red and green in the actual colors, red and green. Now you can see in this example I added one more fact to my teaching part, and then I used twin sentences to make that teaching happen. Don't forget your sound words, all capitals, punctuation, all the things in a 1 and 2 chili model are going to also be in the 3 chili model. So writers, this does not mean your story has to look like this, but if you want to raise the level of your writing, try something new, challenge yourself, and also write a book that's fun for people to read, maybe you can try some of these things. All right, have fun writing. Remember, today you only need to write the first half of your book. Enjoy.